My stepdaughter accused me of stealing her mom's bracelet, but I found the pawn receipt. I've been Kayla's stepmom for 5 years, and I tried hard to keep things peaceful. I never pushed to replace her mom. At 12, she was guarded, so I stayed steady and gave her space. We had a few good years where movie nights and small talks felt normal. Then she hit 16, and everything shifted. She got a new friend group, started coming home late, and acted like every question was an attack. Expensive things started showing up too. New sneakers, fancy bags, weekend plans with kids I'd never met. I asked Travis where the money was coming from. He said, babysitting and allowance, then snapped, don't accuse my daughter. Not long after that, my stuff started disappearing. A pair of my grandma's earrings went missing from my desk. A brooch vanished from my jewelry box. I told Travis and he said, be more careful, like I'd misplaced them. I started feeling crazy in my own house. I even checked Kayla's room one day and hated myself for it. Last year, Kayla's grandma, Eleanor, passed away, and Kayla inherited a sapphire bracelet that belonged to her mom. She kept it in a velvet pouch and talked about it like it was the one thing she could still hold on to. So when it went missing, I knew it would be huge. Last Tuesday, I was folding laundry when Kayla burst in crying and ran upstairs. I heard drawers slam and her closet get dumped onto the floor. I called up, Kayla, what's wrong? She screamed, go away! Then she yelled, haven't you done enough? At her door, her room looked wrecked, like she'd been tearing through it. She spun around, eyes red, and shouted, where's Grandma's bracelet? I froze. I don't have it, I said. She pointed at me and said, you took it. You're jealous. Jealous of what? I asked. She yelled, of my mom, of our real family. You hate anything that reminds Dad. Before I could answer, she called Travis and told him I stole it. Crying so hard, her words broke. Travis came home about 30 minutes later, already furious. He didn't ask questions. He walked right up to me and said, where is it, Diane? I said, I didn't touch it. Kayla stood behind him sobbing. Travis said, that bracelet is all she has left. Then he added, if you're upset about us, don't punish her. I couldn't believe he thought I'd do that. I stepped back and said, search the house. I'll stay out of your way. For hours, they ripped through everything. Kayla kept saying, check her things. And Travis kept giving me these cold looks like he was waiting for me to confess. They checked closets, couch cushions, cabinets, even the laundry I just folded. They found nothing. Kayla sat on the stairs wiping her nose, but her eyes kept flicking to me like she was daring me to admit it. At the end, Travis stared at me and said, so where is it? I said, not with me. Here's the part they didn't know. The missing jewelry and the sudden designer stuff had been bothering me for weeks, so I started checking quietly. I put a small camera near my desk and one by my jewelry box. I also called a few pawn shops, just in case. One shop finally said, we took in a sapphire bracelet. My stomach flipped. He gave me the date, 2 weeks ago. I went in and asked for the paperwork. The manager slid it over, and there it was. Kayla's name, her signature, and her ID photo. She'd handed over the bracelet for $300. In that moment, Tuesday made sense. She didn't lose it that day. She'd already gotten rid of it, and when she realized people would notice, she needed someone to blame fast. And blaming me was easy. This morning, after Kayla left for school, I walked into Travis's office with the receipt. He looked annoyed, like he expected another argument. I set it on his desk and said, read it. He read the name, the date, and the photo, and his face went pale. He whispered, no, no, like saying it could undo it. Then I opened my laptop and played the camera clips. Kayla in my room. Kayla opening drawers. Kayla slipping my earrings into her pocket. Kayla taking the brooch and walking out like it was nothing. Travis's eyes stayed on the screen, but he didn't blink. I said, she accused me because she knew you'd believe her. He finally looked at me, jaw shaking, and asked, where is she? School, I said. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't have to. Her bags are packed. The locks are changed. The locks are changed. She can't come back here today. Travis gripped the receipt in both hands and just sat there, silent. Now my husband is saying I went too far changing the locks. Was I wrong?